6.
Alright, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We have a Street Fighter 6 World Tour boss guide here for you now. How to beat the last 3 or 4 bosses at level 70. Well over 20 levels underneath some of these bosses here. What you want to do is make sure you have a master that's maxed out. I went with Marisa and Ken. Really doesn't matter as long as you have a hard-hitting, fast master that can really do some damage. Really, what it's going to come down to is mostly your items, your master, and then some of your skills. I would recommend getting through the skill tree here, all through 5 levels if you can. But as far as like super arts and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna want to use your super art bar to summon your masters, and the important thing with having your masters maxed out is they do more damage and they stay on the battlefield longer, so they will actually stay and fight longer with you. As far as your specials, I went with the Air Slasher and Yoga Flame as my go-to. Any kind of projectile that you like, that you can pin them down and kind of just chip away at them while your master does most of the work as well. It's gonna be fine. Really up to you there to have some fun, but if you're trying to get hand to hand and beat them straight up, good luck with that if you're at level 70 or lower. So this is going to be a little bit tough, but really, again, none of your gear matters too much. I've got some gear upgraded. I don't think I have the best gear in the game by far, but just upgrade the gear that you have. No big deal. Again, it's going to come down to your items and the masters that you're using. More importantly, you're going to need some elixirs. But here's the map for the final, the final regular champion here that you're going to fight. It's going to be the Bayside Park Street here at Metro City. You're going to want to go there at night and find this little construction site here. Once you find this area, you have to kind of get through this area too. So again, this is late game stuff. Once you pretty much open up the whole map, you get through the construction site, you just follow the ladders up and you follow the crane platforms and catwalks all the way up. There's going to be 2 of these switches that put you on a platform that takes you up and around the different levels. There's one tricky spot up here I'll show you in a second, but basically, yeah, you just follow the yellow brick road there, up the catwalks, hit those 2 switches, and up the ladders, and then you're gonna go inside of a building too, and that's where the tricky spot is. Once you start climbing the floors on the interior with the ramps and the refrigerators and the robots, you're gonna want to just follow the ramps up, take the elevator to the 7th floor. Once you get to that elevator to the 7th floor, you're gonna actually turn around and go behind the elevator down this spiral, and then there's gonna be a whole other room here. When you walk out of the elevator, you'll see the glass construction. You gotta go into this doorway here, and then nothing over here in this corner, but you're gonna go past the robots and follow the ramps all the way up to the top and up the construction site. And then you'll get to Mr. Shen Long here. He uses Ryu style. He's level 90, and this is one of the 3 last of the side quest bosses. I think it's called the Mighty Champions or something like that, where you have to fight and take out 28 champions. Most of them are pretty high level, but they do range from I believe in the mid to high 50s to low 60s, and then they kind of go up from there. And all the way here to the last 3, it's going to be Mr. Shen Long at 90, and then there's a 95 and a 99. So let's talk about those 2 items that I used for the most part here. Fortress Caramels cuts incoming damage large by 30 seconds. That was my go-to while I built my super bar. And then anytime I needed health and to refill my master bar, aka super art bar, Ancient Elixir was the way to go. If you have any of these, save them for these last few fights because it's gonna get crazy. So the strategy is gonna be the same for the last 10 masters really, if you want, or the 10 champions that you have to fight. And really, as long as you have some of those damage cut items and you have some health cans, some vitality cans, you should be just fine. It's really all about staying alive and building your super bar until you can get your master summoned. Usually I would wait for level 3 unless I really needed them in a pinch at level 1 or 2. I would just stay alive and build my super bar and get my master on the dance floor. And basically same strategy, is just kind of stay alive, but now you get to have some fun. You get to pin them down. That's where those projectiles come into play. You get to really just kind of unload on them and then just keep your distance. You can even use health regen cans here, or food if you want. You just get your health regenerating while your master is out there putting in work. But yeah, same strategy for all these bosses. Any champion that you're fighting that's well above your level, just make sure you have some vitality cans, some damage cutting food items, and then you want to make sure one of your masters is maxed out at least. Now the trick to the masters are when you have, like when you're exploring the world, from what I've seen, every time you fight and you use your master in a match, the next match is going to be a different master. It's going to be a random master from what I've seen. And to get the master you want, you just kind of just do the street fights, just fight random people until you get your master in the bottom right there. You'll see their icon. Once you get them, once you get the master that you're looking for in those regular street fights, save them. Do not use any super meter in those regular street fights. Save that master, get that master you want queued up for these fights, and then you can just get that same master or whatever you need. That method. So the rest of the strategy is the same, but yeah, just check this out and you'll see it's not that difficult at all. And he's 20 levels above me here, and it doesn't get much harder after that. So just keep your strategy the same, keep your distance, make sure you use your items, and again, you have continues in this game too. You actually can use continues. But I believe you have to start the round over, so there it is. And now here's just some highlights from the last two bosses. They have some really crazy moves, crazy supers, and this guy's level 95, and then the last one of the 28 is level, actually, these two guys are after the 28. You gotta fight the final two guys after the 28 champions. You fight these two guys, and this guy actually, again, level 99, but he's super easy to beat because he's really slow. His fight style is just kind of like just slow, heavy swings, and then he does these charges, so he's super easy to read, super easy to predict. And get your master out there, and then, I mean, as you can see, like, I'm not even really sweating this guy right now. I'm not even using my master right now. I'll probably use it right here, just to finish the job here, just to have some fun. Get Marisa out there. Oh, this is round 1, yeah. Yeah, so, again, there's that DJ slash projectile, and just keeps him at bay, and then there's the Marisa. Just doing a lot of damage, no sweat at all really with these bosses. So 27 levels above my character, and it was no sweat. So hope you enjoyed this video, hope it helped you out, and thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time.